Yo, so we're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk about uh, Candace Owens standing up for Kyrie. Candace Owens standing up for Kyrie is very interesting, um, in my opinion, because you have Shaq, calling him an idiot. You have LeBron turning his back on Kyrie. And of all people, you have the one that we're supposed to hate, right? The one that is against black culture. Candace Owens standing up for Kyrie, stood up for Ye, speaking out about this. And I think we're in an interesting time where we're seeing how people are separating the real from the fake, man. Separating the real from the fake. For a long time, we talked about, the culture vultures and the people that they call raccoons. I won't say the other word. And then when times like this happen, right? And all the pro black people that you love and you love and that you revere, you know, are silent. Are silent. The Black Lives Matter activists, your favorite actor, or somebody that was already activist and then they just shine through that time on social media and were so vocal. They were pretty silent when everything went down with the Black Lives Matter organization. They're pretty silent when Candace Owens released that documentary. And I think it goes to show that a lot of people just don't like taking accountability, right? I was outside with the Black Lives Matter movement. I donated to Black Lives Matter. So it matters to me where this money went and what happened. And, I shed some light on it and I got a little bit of backlash for it. But most people were in agreement that, no matter what side you're on, that we need to hold these people accountable. Just because you don't agree with Candace's views does not mean that she's wrong. And does not mean that, she can't expose the truth too. Coming to now where we see Kyrie, in this wreck he's in, let alone they're not holding Amazon responsible. They're just on Kyrie's ass. Candace Owens standing up for him, is incredible. And I just wanted to look at it at a take from her show where she talks about it.
Clearly, what Kyrie Irving is saying, based on that definition, is that he believes that he is Semitic, that he hails from maybe Africa or from Asia, which is what the documentary explores. And I'm going to give you my feedback because obviously I watched the documentary after listening to this, right? His feedback is, do not make the word Semitic just about Jewish people in America. It includes a lot of other people, okay? Now, you might disagree with that. You might disagree with the Oxford Dictionary definition, but you can't be mad at him for stating the actual Oxford Dictionary definition. The last thing that I want to say here, just regarding his press conference, and I want to say this really from the heart, because there was so much pressure that was put upon me to condemn Kyrie Irving, right? To condemn Kyrie Irving based on this press conference, to basically decide that his pain is irrelevant. When I watched this press conference, I felt Kyrie's pain. I felt his pain, and I will say this emotionally and not rationally, as a black person. People don't often think about how bizarre it is that we don't know where we come from, right? We don't know. If you ask the majority of white people, they'll say, oh, my family's from Scotland. My husband's family can go back so many generations and talk about where they're from in England. And when you talk to most people, they have this sort of cultural understanding of their history. We don't. It's a weird feeling. You do sort of feel out of place. And yes, of course, it's because of the slave trade. And I'm not throwing that on anybody. I'm not saying that it's somebody else's fault. But what Kyrie Irving says is that you can't pit atrocity against another atrocity and basically say that his pain doesn't matter, that his noble pursuit of wanting to know where he came from, even if he landed on the wrong conclusions, is something that he is valid in feeling. It's a journey that he is valid in wanting to go on and wanting to partake in. So no, I'm not going to turn my back on Kyrie Irving and pretend that he's an awful human being based on this press conference. It's wrong. There are a lot of people that feel that they are in pain from the Jewish community because they're upset that he shared this link. But also, if you're not paying attention, there are a lot of Black Americans that are telling you that they feel that they're in pain because you're telling them that they're not allowed to feel the way they feel about not understanding their roots.
That's pretty much my sentiments with the issue at hand. And I love that Candace is saying it, because Candace got a lot of flack for a long time. People called her anti-Black and all kinds of things. And as we're seeing from the Kanye to her stand up for Kyrie Irving, the tables turn. I think it takes some time for people to not like you and push back to really see your mission. This is something that happens with Kanye too. Remember, everybody was, oh, Kanye. Black people were mad. Y'all were mad. I wasn't, though, because I know who Kanye is, and I know where he's from, and I see that you have to upset people sometimes to get their attention, and then you carry out your mission. You use that as fuel to carry out your mission. And Candace Owens, I've been watching her grow since day one. I've always been somebody that observer. I don't know if I could say a supporter, because I don't agree with everything she says, but a lot of what she does say and do has come to fruition, and it's something that I think we as Black people should be paying attention to. This has been Khalees Reacts. Till next time, peace from Khalees.